3, 2, 1, go. Alright, what's up guys? So, I don't really know what I'm gonna make. I'm just gonna do some freestyling. So, thanks for coming by and hanging out. It's been a minute. I've had a lot going on. Wait a minute. Oh no. Why don't I recognize this? Maybe this is always on. I have a lot going on in life, so I haven't been able to really spend a lot of time making things. I've just been working on some, shorts, just doing things that aren't, recording or unfortunately I didn't do a lot of lives, but I'm going to be getting back into that hopefully soon. So what am I going to make? Let's make, let's see. Let's make this the body. And let's clone it. And let's make this the head. I don't know what else we're going to make, so we'll just do these two for now. Let's move the head up. And so what do you guys think about Kara app? Everyone's going crazy for Kara app and dissing Instagram. I have my issues with Instagram as well, but I'm not ready to throw away all the time I put into Instagram. I put a lot of time into Instagram, so we'll just ride it out. Oh, I got my first Apple Watch notification. All right, so let's make them a little thicker here. Okay, so what kind of head do we want to... Oh, I didn't validate it. Okay, let's kind of flatten the head, the face a little bit. Let's give him more of a belly. Maybe we'll give him a tail. So we'll just add a sphere. So I'm also going to do some really slow tutorials. So I've seen a few messages where people need it slower than my absolute beginner courses, which are pretty slow, but I'm going to try to do a dedicated, really slow tutorial. So it'll be like a crash course. It'll be a character kind of like this, but it'll be very slow. Let's make this a little bigger here. I love just using Move to kind of, just kind of have fun and play around with the clay. That's one of the more fun things that I like about Nomad, is because it gives you the ability to kind of sketch, just because it's really just, sorry, I'm trying to scoot in, because it's really just sketching. It's really just moving things around. I was actually going to make this a live video, but my fiance's working from home today, so I feel like she'll probably be done soon. So sometimes it's better to kind of just record, because I don't want to do a live and then it's only like 20 minutes or something. Although maybe people wouldn't mind that. I'm actually not certain. Okay, this is very interesting. Let's use the tube tool. Wait, where are the tube tool settings? What are we doing? Path. Oh, keep forgetting. Okay, so we'll use the tube tool and make a little arm here. Let me turn snap off. bigger. Now let's see. I think we want, let's try radius twice. So I'm not sure how big I want the arm. Maybe I just want the arms down. I'm gonna add another one so I can kind of have the shoulder sort of fold in a little bit. All right, let's do something with some legs. Let's add, do I want to use cylinder? Or maybe I'll use, yeah, maybe I'll use cylinders. So we'll move them down. Probably should have just used the tube tool. Yeah, let's use tube instead. So let's just delete it. We can keep the mirror there. We'll just use tube, path, and we'll just make some leggies. Okay, it's already in the mirror, so we can go ahead and just adjust one of them. Or actually, we can just take it out of the mirror for now. And then we can make all of our adjustments, and then we'll just add it to the mirror. And that'll kind of save, at least for me, sometimes I get a little confused if I keep it in the mirror. Let's go to the tube settings. And we want to give him, I haven't really made characters with like really long legs. All my characters like short and stubby. So maybe I'll try and do that. So let's do this. Let's add another one here so we can get a sort of knee shape. Maybe we'll make this a little bit bigger. We'll hit radius again. Maybe we'll make it bigger here and then bigger here. We can add another one here. That way we can make this a little bit smaller. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. If I look from the side, okay, it's not straight, but that's okay. We can just use the gizmo. I'm going to hit align so it's perfectly left and right. And I'll just do something like that. That way we know it's straight. That looks good. Okay, so for this head, maybe we want a bigger head. Maybe we want something like a little weird. Maybe something like this. Kind of looks like an alien. But if it's an alien, let's make the front of the face a little wider. Maybe flatten it. Maybe we want to give him two ear type things. Two little How to Train Your Dragon type things. I'm always a fan of those. I haven't been labeling anything though. So let's just label this ears. And this tube, let's label this arm. Okay, this tube's going to go in this mirror. This is going to be legs. And this is leg. Let's go ahead and save this. I don't even know what it is. Alien Rando. Okay. Or we could give him antennae. That might be cute as well. Let's try the little attached antennae. Let's go ahead and mirror and then let's validate. We can use move to kind of let's see. Okay, so for this, maybe I want to turn on Z as well. Let's do local. I can't see it. Let's do show line. I just want to make the ends a little bit more round. Maybe I want to make the ends extra round, like a snail. Doesn't the alien thing have these as well? I really don't want it to look like an alien, so I'll have to figure something out. I feel like this is sufficiently not alien-like. Or not like the Geiger alien movie Alien, that's what I mean to say. I like that. Maybe we'll get a little bit creative with the head. Okay, that looks all right. It's interesting. Let's go ahead and mirror this. Okay, so let's do let's add a sphere. Let's call it eye. I haven't really done any fun eye stuff in a while. Wait, did we already mirror it? There we go. Where do we want the eyes? Could put them up here. Or if we put them like more on the side of the face. Oh, that's creepy. I do want it to look kind of cute. Maybe I should not do cute, since I always do cute. Let's see what happens if we do smaller eyes. What about if we do longer eyes? That might be cool, but I think it might be nicer if, let's bring it out of the mirror and solo it. Might be nicer if we do, let's validate it. Symmetry, vertex, vertex. And let's do, wait, am I on the right one? If I do local, yeah, I think that's what we want. We want to cut it in the middle so we can do this. Turn this back to normal. Let's unsolo it. I'm just going to voxel remesh it. I'll use round edge. If you don't have round edge, you can check out my Nomad Sculpt cheat sheet because it is there. And if you do, or if you don't, you can just use smooth and just smooth it out. So it's just an easy way to smooth everything. But maybe we'll do something interesting like this. It's kind of interesting. That makes him look kind of evil. Maybe we'll just do up and down. I feel like we need to change the shape of the face if we do this, though. I kind of like it. Let's bring it back into, wait a minute, where is it? Let's bring it back into the mirror. I'm going to set this back to world so there's no confusion later on. Okay, that's very interesting. It's very odd, but I like it. Okay, so let's do some sort of hands. I don't know, my Apple Watch, this thing might be a little bit itchy for me. I'm not sure. All right, let's figure out the arm position. Kind of like it like that. Maybe we want... Wait, why are they all moving? Now I'm just kind of experimenting. Maybe I want the arms in like a little bit of a different place. But I kind of like how I have it. I kind of like it like that. Although it doesn't feel like it's sufficiently falling down on the body. I think that's what's bugging me. And maybe the body is a little bit too thick up here. And it needs to be a little bit more teardroppy. I don't know if I like the tail. Let's see. I feel like the tail would make sense around here. And if that's the case, we need to add another something in there to fill that space. We'll validate it and we'll just kind of move this, see how it looks. Looks kind of weird. But this is one of the more fun things, honestly. I like having to figure this kind of stuff out. I think there's a lot to be gained from having to just be creative and figure out how to get something that you like. Especially if it's something that you don't really like. But I find a lot of freedom in that, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe these are like... It's kind of interesting. But then this looks kind of weird. What if this is like something like that? It's kind of interesting. So let's do multi-res and subdivide that. Let's do inflate and give these like a... Just make them feel a little bit more organic. We don't have to add that, but maybe it doesn't hurt. Let's do crease and invert. And maybe we can do like, make some interesting designs here. Oh, I actually didn't want to go into each other, so maybe we'll do it like this. It's kind of interesting, right? Kind of makes it look very like buggy. I think we can add some on here as well if we want. We can add one like here. There. Kind of interesting. Let's try to smooth it because it's a little... doesn't really look as perfect, but if we smooth it, maybe it'll look a little bit more organic and look like a bug. I really want it buggy, so let's... I don't like this space here. Space is a little weird, so maybe like the body actually comes down a bit. Almost like it's in this little shell type thing. And we can add a few more of these too, actually. Let's add another sphere. Let's mirror it. Actually, let's just stretch it. We'll validate, we'll use move, we'll concentrate on just one of them. Sometimes that can be a little tricky to concentrate on just one, but I didn't mean to move it this way, but it kind of looks interesting. So I'm just kind of going with it. Okay, so let's figure out where this would go. Let's make it smaller. Well, let's take it off of a line so I can have a little more. Okay, I think it's still a little bit too big in the... Let's use move instead. I kind of like that. It's weird, but I like it. What if we clone it and make another one? Sometimes you just gotta like double down. You know what? Let's take it off of a line. Let's take these and bake them. Then you can go pivot, reset, pivot. Oh, it's still not perfect. Because they're not, because they're in a mirror, I forgot. That's okay. Let's move it down, shrink. And maybe just make like a second lower pair. Let's push these in a little bit though. Let's move them in a little bit so they don't feel as thin. Kind of like that. I kind of want them a little lower and maybe a little closer together. Yeah. Might as well just clone them and see if there's, if you want to have like some little nugs, like some little, I don't know, I just feel like animals and creatures, they have these weird things that don't necessarily make sense all the time. Or at least make sense to us. You know, like rhinos, like they have one long horn, but sometimes they have like another really short horn that's not really, you know, it's just like very interesting details like that. I like to kind of do that kind of thing and make those really interesting details just because. What kind of like mouth or face do we want for this? I kind of want to just like chisel into this. Let's subdivide it just so it's a little stronger, and let's use trim, and I don't know, let's see what happens if we use lasso and I just kind of go crazy with it a little bit. Do I want to use trim or do I want to use, yeah, let's use trim. I don't think I'm going to keep this, but I just want to see what it'll look like if we trim it. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel. What if I use clay and kind of clay that part out? I like that a little better for some reason. Let's use flatten and try to flatten out around these eyes. Wait, is flatten like not working? Oh, it's kind of working. Let's use clay and sub instead. It's interesting. It's weird but interesting, but I like that. I'm going to remesh it. I remeshed it higher than I probably should have, but that's okay. We'll probably wind up remeshing it again, so it's not that big of a deal. We can always remesh lower if we so choose. Okay, so I'm smoothing all this out just so we can see what we see, you know? It's still a little like jagged and messed up, so I'm actually going to box remesh it again and then smooth it again. And hopefully that will clean up a little bit. Okay, so now maybe we want to use clay and add a little something there. I don't know. Sometimes it just looks a little bit like the face doesn't look right if that part is low, but that looks really weird, doesn't it? It's kind of like I want to add some here as well. Let's smooth that out. You know what, let's just leave it. But something is pulling me towards this bottom jaw though. Let's hide. Let's do select mask and let's protect the upper part. And let's use move and let's. I probably would have had time to do a little bit of a live, but it also takes me some time to set that up as well. Yeah, this feels a little bit better that the bottom jaw isn't so like flimsy like that. I don't know if flimsy is the right word, but okay, I like that. Let's unhide this and then let's smooth this, smooth the mouth out. It's a little messed up, so we'll just box remesh it. I'm gonna do it from 243. Oh, let's do it a little bit lower. Let's do it like 150. So the reason I box remesh it lower is because if it's too high, it's not going to smooth. That's the only reason. If it's too high, it's not going to smooth. So if it's ever too high, lower it. Maybe I want to make this a little longer. I want to get that middle out. that's severe. Maybe we'll just stick to this, because I don't mind this. Let's take these little pill eyes. Let's move them up. And oh, maybe we want to try some, maybe clay around the edges. Inflate might be better, but let's try clay at first. No, I don't really care for that too much. See if we can rotate them. I kind of like them when they're a little more deep set. Let's see if we can take the clay and make the eye sockets a little deeper. Let's also take regular clay and let's make some like let's smooth it and see how it looks. Oh, this is, let's do it to like 217. So it shouldn't smooth as much of it as if it's lower, but we want it to smooth a little bit. It's kind of creepy, right? Let's take flatten, and I don't like this. This really bugs me when this like won't smooth. You know, like I hate that it's like not perfect. No matter what I do, it just won't wind up being. It's a little better. Sometimes I'll take flatten and then I'll just flatten that part. If I can get it smooth. It actually doesn't look too bad. What if I flatten the top though? It's interesting. Okay, I don't really like these. I don't really think they work. So what I do is sometimes I just, you just gotta play around with it. Just play and see if you get something that you like. It's kind of interesting, but it's not interesting or dynamic enough for me. Let me take symmetry off. It's kind of weird and interesting. What if he had like a big, like, weird fin in the front? Let me validate it and just try it. Should this go through or should it? Maybe we'll split it. Maybe we split it. Split. take move and I don't like this, so I'm going to delete it. Fin, I'm going to move up. Let's do something crazy. Let's take the face, and instead of being up, let's bring it down. Oh, how weird is that? I like it. What if we want to make him angry? So let's use drag and like... Oh, that's so great. Let's use crease. And with crease is really great because you can make some really fun like... How creepy is that? Let's use drag. I wonder if I can push this. Yeah. This might even look good with regular eyes now. Let's take the eyes. I'm gonna call this eye pills. I have a limited amount of time, so I need to start speeding things up and get into some shading. Let's turn the... How long have I been... Oh, I did start it back up again. I got really nervous for a second. I thought that because at the time only said 1 minute and something, but I forgot that I stopped it. This might be interesting with regular eyes because it looks kind of fishy. It looks kind of like a mix between excuse me, Agra and a deep sea fish. Some of you know Agra. So what if we mirror that? It's kind of interesting. I don't even mind it kind of like bulged out a bit. I think that looks kind of cool. Okay, so what if we clone this and like, what if this is eyes, eye whites? All right, let's name it just EW. And let's name this EL for eyelids. I'm trying something new because I always like to add lids. Let's take this and shrink it. I'll turn on X-ray so you can kind of see. So let's make this a little bit smaller. Like that. Turn X-ray off. So we'll go to this one and maybe we just want to split it. So let's split. Let's use rectangle and we'll split it right down the middle. So then we have two pieces that we can, I'm going to box remesh them together. Or just box remesh them because I don't like those weird lines that they get sometimes. So we'll open this up. Oh, that's weird that it's opening like that. Interesting. Yeah, so we'll do something like that, and that gives us like nice lids. Maybe we'll just open them up a little bit more. Figure out what the best... Oh yeah, you do like that? That's fresh. Can open them up a little bit more. Oh, I like that. That's wild. So let's do... You know what? Let's take this. Let's clone it, and this one would be E1. E1 is going to be the new pupils, I think. So E1, well, me save. So we'll bring this out. We're at 492. Oh, it's actually not too bad. So maybe I'll just do the eyes like this. Oh, I still have to do the hands, don't I? Oh God, oh man, this Apple Watch is gonna be getting knocked around. I'm glad I got the insurance on it, because I can tell that it's gonna be getting knocked around. Okay, so this looks good. Let's take inflate, and let's just inflate here for that. Maybe a little bit on the bottom, but mostly on the top. I like that. I don't know if we need any other inflates. We could always, for fun, kind of inflate down here a little bit. Oh, it's kind of interesting. Let me smooth it and see how it looks. I just want to make sure that it looks kind of natural, which it doesn't really. Let's see. Let's try inflate again, but now let's just, if I solo it. So maybe if I just start from further back, it'll look a little nicer. I think that's the key. Let's make it really big and see what happens. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Let's smooth it and see how it reacts. I don't mind that. It kind of looks like some weird like skin or something. I don't have a problem with that at all. So as far as hands, we want to do, let me save. Can I bring in some of my hands? Oh, I keep forgetting, I have to upload a bunch of stuff to my Patreon. I'm gonna put a ton of stuff on my Patreon because it's been a little slow for the past like week or so, or 2 weeks. I haven't posted much, but I like to just add a lot. I like to try to add a lot of value to my Patreon, so I'm gonna dump a lot of stuff on there. A lot of the sculpts that I've been working on recently, I'll probably just throw up there. And I also have a bunch of older 3D print files that I'm not doing anything with, and they are going to live on Patreon for sure. Okay, so for hands, let's use maybe the tube tool, and let's see what we can do here. Whoa. You know what I'm doing? Let's work that profile. Let's increase this a little bit so it's a little sturdier. Oh, man, snap's still on. It's being real weird. I think he's only gonna have 3 fingers. Maybe smaller. So I think 3 fingers. Let's go back here and let's open this up a bit. Kind of figure out the anatomy of these fingers and how we want them. I don't mind them here. I don't mind them a little bented. Let's do all of the radii. Why is it so big? You know what? I think I just want like I need simpler fingers. So I think I like this. Let's go ahead and mirror it and validate it. And let's voxel remesh it to like 170 or so. Oh, let's subdivide it first. Subdivide, and then we'll voxel remesh it. And then we'll smooth it. And then we'll take good old inflate. And I think I want to inflate one here. 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 Oh yeah, that's better. That's way more fun. I like that. Let's take this and let's kind of make it, let's draw it out a little bit. Maybe even over the arm, like a carapace or like a shell. It'd be kind of cool if this part came out as well. Let's bring this down to just kind of match that shell. All right, let's box remesh the hands how we have them. We subdivide. Let's save. Voxel remesh. Smooth. Give these a little bend. Okay, let's kind of like this. The pinky's so small, so let's just increase the size. Cheat it. We'll give it a nice, another remesh. I don't know, I think it's fun. I like it. I just want to experiment if these were pointy. This little guy is so crazy. All right, let's take crease with the head. I want to see if I can just define this a little bit better. Oh, maybe pinch. inch is perfect. But I still want to take the crease and just smooth this out here. I'm not sure what I should add in this. It's a great place to add some things. Maybe like gills or something. Even though I know gills wouldn't be there, but some sort of organic detail feels right to me. So what if we do crease, regular crease? And then we do crease in the other one, and then we put that here. How does that look? It's kind of interesting. It's weird. Nah, I'm not gonna, I don't like it. I think just some weird paint. I think some nice paint would look good there. So maybe that'll be a paint job. Let's take inflate and make sure we're on the head. And I like how I sometimes go back into as though this is a proper tutorial. Even though we're just chilling. Can't help it sometimes. Let's get some of this action going on the back side. A little base for this fin. I like it's just so random. I love it. Okay, I'm really liking this. I think I want to do, oh, what should we do for the belly button? These are the tough questions. The belly button, I think we do like a crease and like a cover over. So let's do clay first here. Wait a minute. This is 6. Let's subdivide it so we can get a little bit more detail. This might not look good, so we'll see. Maybe Vox will remesh it at like 2 something. Remesh, smooth. Oh, I already hate it. Let's just go back to. Let's go back to the original and just add something on top. I do like the little coilies. That's like my go-to. Oh, you know what might work well for him? Let's take the body. You know what? Let's just add another sphere. And let's flatten it like this. Maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger and flatten it some more. Tilt it a little bit. Kind of get it so it looks like it's his front carapace. That's my word of the day. Maybe we'll bring this up a bit. Oh yeah, I'm liking it. I'm loving it. Let's take flatten around the edges. and just flatten up the edges a little bit. Maybe we'll subdivide this. Let's do crease with invert, and we can do some fun, like some fun designs there. And then we can do, let's do regular crease, and let's do like, so it's like kind of crabby a little bit, but not. I don't know, I kind of like that. Let's take move, and maybe I want to move this out a bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe I'll bring it down. I kind of like that the whole body is showing through. I think that's kind of interesting. But maybe not this thing going around it. Maybe that's what I'm not really liking too much. Let's just try, let's try regular crease. Yeah, it's kind of like an interesting, like it's sort of scalloped a little bit. I kind of like that. I kind of wish. I can sort of adjust these a little bit. It's sort of, I don't know, I like it. It just gives it a little something that I dig. I don't know what, but I dig it. But I have to make sure that the body isn't showing through. So let's, wait, or do I want the body showing through? There's something like somewhat nice about that if it would just be like just the cracks. But no. Let's just pull this part out a bit. So that's not happening. We'll make that nice and dark. Let's take the bottom just so it's clean. We'll take the bottom and just like stretch it down a bit. Oh, I guess we probably should. Should I add another one? Because I don't think I'll be able to, oh no, I can't. I don't think I can stretch that whole thing. Let's do select mask and protect all of this. And let's use move and try to move the rest of it down. Sorry, I know that looks funny. I do apologize. Let's clear the mask. Let's voxel remesh. See how it looks. Oh, it still looks pretty good. This looks okay. Let's smooth this out. We should be able to move it a lot easier now, since it shouldn't like hold some weird shape. Maybe we'll stretch it out a bit. Okay, so now at least it kind of goes all the way down. So we can just take crease and we can actually continue. Let's take move and make sure it's, and I'm going to take drag and make it small and just kind of drag this down a bit. And we can continue on our crease journey, although I can't really see what's happening. So we'll solo that. So now there's like just like a little fun detail back there. I like that. It's maybe not as clean as I want. Maybe I'll smooth a little bit of this in here. Just make it a little bit more natural looking. Even though I like those details, they pinch. Why is it pinching like that? The box remesh it higher. It's still doing that pinchy thing. I don't know. I don't think I like that too much. Crease. Oh, it's so strange. What's going on with this thing? If I solo it, what's actually happening here? What is that? Maybe it's like something with the crease settings. Maybe I'm just pressing too hard. Those look nice. Okay, I might have just been trying to do too much earlier. That looks nicer. I'll buy that. So I'm going to take this and just decimate it. So we'll go here, miscellaneous, decimate, decimate. So it's not so crazy. I don't think I'm going to do any more details to that. I like the arm. I like his little finger pads. Maybe we'll flatten this out a little bit if we can. Sometimes flatten tool is really weird. Yeah, flatten tool just like I used to love the flatten tool, but now it's just I can't control what it flattens. It always flattens outside the circle, which makes it useless for me. But I'm liking this. Okay, so let's just make some feet. Let's add a quick cylinder. I usually use a cylinder. Let's bring the grid back. So we'll make the cylinder, we'll flatten it. We'll move the cylinder up to this red line. Boom. Post division up to 2. We'll bring this down so it's nice and round. I like it. We'll validate it. And now let's move the cylinder down to the bottom. This is going to be the floor. And now let's take everything and move it up. So this is so when I bring it over to Blender, it's lined up with the actual ground. So we'll put it right there. Looks good. And maybe we will I'm going to line it up with this green line so that when I make a turntable, it's going to spin correctly. So let's save it. I like it. So, oh, that's right, feet. You need some feeties. Let's add a sphere. We'll use our gizmo and move it up. Excuse me. I kind of want to give him like little webbies. Little like webbed toes. Oh, maybe we'll just give him like little 2 toes. Kind of like that too. But do we want to do like any sort of like foot in front of the foot? That's the question. Like, do we want to do like a box even? And which I don't usually do. I don't usually add boxes. feet. I like the squarishness of it. I know that's probably not a word. We'll make it a little bit more round. Let's just see what it looks like with this. If I was to do this and then do like two kind of webbed toes. What if I mirror and validate? And then what if I... That might actually work. Let me try move and just try to adjust this with the leg. And I wonder if I can adjust it up too, because that will help. But it needs to be in the middle. Let's do local. There. Is that, there we go? No, I don't think so. Oh, that's better. Oh, I like it. So let's take this, we'll mirror it. Oh, I'm gonna take it off symmetry. I think I just want this side to go down a little bit more, maybe. Or no, maybe this side should be higher. I'm trying to think of the anatomy of like the foot, and I think the foot is taller closer to the big toe, even though he only has 2 toes. Let's clone this one. These are going to be toes. We'll save. So now he has other toes, and I think we're just going to do 2 pudgy toes. I like that. Okay, so they're too big though. Or we just need to expand this to accommodate them. Maybe they're not too big. Maybe I'm just thinking too small. Because this isn't too bad. Oh, you know what? Let's just take move and just try to adjust these. Okay, I like it. I'm going to hit save, and then I'm going to, let's add a little something for this little knee area here. We'll validate these. And looks like we need to voxel remesh them. That's fine. Oh, looks like we need to subdivide them. I think if I do this, it'll be too... yeah, I knew it was going to give me those things. Let's just subdivide it. Multi-res, subdivide. And let's subdivide all of these, even these little toes. These we can validate and put together. Those are already pretty big. Okay, so let's just voxel remesh it together. So this mirror, validate, toes, and legs. I know I labeled legs. Let's validate these. Bring them up. Okay, let's do a quick save. Let's voxel remesh all of these together. Looks beautiful. Now we'll just kind of blend it. Oh, I forgot they were together, didn't I? I did. I forgot they were together. I forgot they were touching. Which is fine, I don't like... What I think I'm gonna do, even though I already smoothed everything, separate, separate. I don't think I need to separate that. I think I'm just going to take it off symmetry, and I think I'm just going to trim one side. I'm going to delete this, delete this. Join. Is this all one leg? Where's the... Oh, we'll join this. Okay, that's what we wanted. So let's just do 235. And this is going to be the leg. And this we can add the mirror, and we'll name the mirror leg. Okay, so now there's two of them that we can smooth, and we don't have that mushing part where they come together in the middle. I just don't like it. It's not terrible, but I don't like it, and sometimes it's hard to get around. I don't mind them looking like they're touching, but I don't want them to look like they're melting together. Okay, this looks good. We'll trim the bottom. Okay. Voxel remesh. Okay, so I just smoothed the bottom of the foot. So now I'm just going to add some teeth, and then I have to go do my almost husband duties. Like, I'm going to make some guacamole. All right, so let's add some quick teeth. Let's do spheres. Flatten. Do I want just one long thing for the front? I don't usually do that, but we'll mirror. Just make sure they're nice and flat. Make sure we match those. Let's do a line so we can just move them forward. Well, that looks great. Oh, I love it. So this is teeth. Clone. Maybe we'll just do some... Everyone always loves the fangs, so maybe we'll do like little fangs. Fangs are fun. Are those big enough? I think they are, right? Let's take these and let's clone them and validate them, and let's try and move them even further back. We'll make them smaller. Turn. Twist. Let's take it off of a line. That'll make my life easier. Just want to get them in. There we go. There we go. Let's move it a little bit further away. Nice and round. And I'm going to clone it again. Try to get another little one back there. I like it, so I might put some bottom teeth, but let's go back to lit PBR. And let's get rid of this grid. Oh, I hate the grid. Let's color everything. Let's color everything. My little terracotta color. Paint all. We'll turn the environment off, add a light. Now it's looking nice. Let's change the color of this background. Usually use purple, right? Love the way that looks. Let's put this to 2. This is key. We'll clone it. We'll move this over. This will be rim. And we'll just spin it around. There we go. That's a nice rim light right there. Beautiful. Maybe we'll make this 4 and warm. Okay, we'll clone this. We'll name it R2. We'll move it over, spin it around. Maybe a little more on him. We'll make it cool. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Maybe something like that. I like it. Let's make his face, legs, fin, body. I don't even know what these spheres are. Let's make them subsurface. Turn it down a little. Put on post-process. Ooh, turn this up. Maybe we'll make these little things glossy, just to make it interesting. Okay, do a quick save. Let's do a little turntable. Oh, that's such a fun character. I'm so glad that you guys came and hung out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little guy. I think I'm gonna bring him to Blender on live, so keep an eye out for that. I might make a few other changes. I'm gonna add some bottom teeth, but I like this, and this is gonna go on my Patreon. Should already be there. I'm gonna try to do this, put this on my Patreon tonight. This would be really fun to be printed. That would be amazing. All right, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you want to go more in depth, then definitely check out my Skillshare classes where I am a top teacher. I have about 50 classes, both Procreate and Nomad Sculpt. I also have a few classes on Udemy, so if you want to learn more, or you just like my style, you like the way I teach, you want to support me, those are some other places that you can do it. Thanks again, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all in the next video.